All right, guys, let's go and get this started. All right, I'll wait for some people to come in here, if anyone will. I don't really stream on this channel much unless there's going to be something to talk about where I'm not going to really be playing videos or reacting to copyrighted content. On YouTube, there's always a chance that your stream is going to get blocked midstream, and that's just no good for anybody. So on Twitch, that's why I do a lot of streams on Twitch where I can pretty much react to whatever, and that's fine. So yeah, in this stream we're going to be talking about BABYMETAL. I went to the Houston concert. I think you've probably seen that video. By the way, that thumbnail for that video, I look old as crap. I look old and fatter than hell. Actually, not right now, but the thumbnail that YouTube decided to use, I know I could change it anytime. I'm going to keep it because it's funny to me. It looks like Harvey Weinstein. And that I look like freaking Harvey. That's how I was like, man, I look like wearing a fat suit. No, man, that's just me. That's just me, 40 and not changing my ways. And I say I'm going to be on a diet, but I ate Taco Bell today, so I guess that was the plan, right? And it was like 3 chalupas. And here I am cracking open a beer. So I'm doing really well, right? What does it matter? World War III is about to happen. Russia's going to be using nukes. And so just enjoy your life while you can. Anyway, let's get past that. Let's talk about the BABYMETAL. Okay, first off, a BABYCLOK tour is happening, right? We all know that. Houston was the first show, so it probably, that's where it started. But people are gonna forget that because they're probably gonna save the best for last. Where they play last is probably gonna be like a blowout of a show. Okay, but it was great. I saw them live for the first time. I finally saw BABYMETAL live, and it was amazing. It was 11 songs that they played. It was about an hour, a little over an hour. It was great. It was fun. And I'll tell you all about it in great detail. But before I get into that, okay, a couple of shout outs I need to do. First off, if you want some fan cam coverage of the event, let's say you missed it and you want to check it out, and you want to check out a fan cam. Now, fan cams are risky because fan cams could be either really good or really bad. This one's really good. This guy, I know because I checked out his stuff when I went to the Nemophila concert. I tried to record some stuff, but this guy, great quality. Audio quality is really good as well. I cannot demonstrate it because if I play 5 seconds of this, if I play 1 second of this, Amuse is going to shut this stream down real fast, okay? They don't play. They're not playing around, okay? They will not. In fact, I got to be careful with these freeze frames, brother, okay? I got to be careful. But the channel name is Live Fan Cams, okay? I don't know the guy. Might meet the guy in person one day, buy him a beer. I think it does good work. So shout out to him. This small channel is shouting out that small channel, and hopefully more people find them. Great quality stuff. Though actually I think it works better if it's kind of more on the DL, on the down low, okay? You know what I'm saying? But with that said, what else? Oh, not this, but this. So I did a poll. I put out a poll for not pole dancing, but which BABYMETAL album, studio album, is the heaviest. Not which one's the best or which one's your most favorite or whatever. Which one's the heaviest? Which one do you think it is? Okay. I had a BABYMETAL, the debut album, Metal Resistance, Metal Galaxy, and the other one. You look at these 4 albums, and the other one really does stand out, doesn't it? It's like, right? It has like the same kind of logo template for BABYMETAL, Metal Resistance, and Metal Galaxy, but the other one's like, it looks experimental. It looks very different, right? Okay. Wow. Well, that's very fitting for that album. Well, it's probably not the other one. The other one does have some heavy tracks. Maya is freaking heavy, which you listen to Maya live? No. No, you experience Maya live because that's so. So these things are not scripted. I'm gonna kind of sprinkle things in. You're gonna have to follow me as we go. Okay, all right. So when I was watching the show, when they played Maya, I had no idea that Maya was about to be played. They just did BMC, which was amazing, great, hard hitting. But then they left the stage, and then I just felt this pulsating bass. I heard it and I felt it. It just kept on going. And it felt like house music for a second. I had no idea what song. I was like, what song is this? It's kind of like Light and Darkness, but I don't know what this is. It's just because certain songs, I guess all the songs really kind of have like an intro sort of clip that plays before the girls go on stage, okay? And it was just like this intense, pulsating feeling, and it was vibrating. You could feel it like throughout the whole venue. That was Maya. That was the start of Maya. It was a really cool, deep, pulsating bass, and it was great. I was like, are you kidding me? I had no idea that element was even in that song. And I heard Maya today, or riding around on the motorcycle for work and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that is in that song. Like you have to listen for it, but you can hear it. But anyway, I was on the tangent there. Let's go back to this. So yeah, which one of these albums is the most heavy? Is the heaviest? Okay. I think a lot of people could choose either BABYMETAL or Metal Resistance. If it's up to me, I'd say BABYMETAL has Headbanger. The debut has Headbanger on it, and IDZ, and Megitsune, and BABYMETAL Death. So I'm gonna go the original. Okay, I'm gonna go BABYMETAL. All right, and you can see it's getting close, kind of tied there. You see BABYMETAL and Metal Resistance are kind of both kind of neck and neck as far as which one's the heaviest. Metal Galaxy, some people consider that one the heaviest. Okay. I guess they're thinking Distortion. Maybe Kaguru. I'm not sure. Maybe they were confused on the question. But there's some people out there that go, you know what? The heaviest album is Metal Galaxy. And I was surprised by that. But whatever. And we all have different opinions, It's fine. All right. And before I get into, my story of my experience with BABYMETAL, let's get into this. This is very important here, I feel. Okay. So there's a vibe. There's a vibe that I picked up when I was at the venue. And it was kind of like this Deathklok or BABYMETAL. It was like, who are you really here to see? Okay. Oh. Hey, thanks, Patrick. Thank you for the $5, Patrick. I don't think my alert is working. Like, nothing appeared on the screen. Normally I would have a cool, little GIF or something. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. Who are those lovely ladies? Who are those lovely ladies? All right. Here I'm talking about BABYMETAL, but look at that. That's Love Bites. Man, hold on. That is an awesome duo, though. Midori and Miyako. Man, you could probably think Love Bites is the worst band in the world, but that duo right there, you have to admit, they look freaking hot and they play well. Okay? I did have to say they look freaking hot. They did. There's also, we'll get into that later, I guess, another stream. Sorry, guys. I'm just really excited. I see. The dude in the chat, the Japanese dude, says, I voted for Metal Galaxy. The beat side is heavy. Oh, 100%. Okay, I see what you're saying there. The B side is what includes BMC, right? You know what? I think so. All right. First beer, I promise, guys. I know it sounds like a rambling, but we're gonna. Don't worry. Just follow me on this, and we'll get through it. But yeah, there's a vibe at the venue. As you can imagine, some people showed up for Deathklok, some people showed up for BABYMETAL. And it's kind of like, who are you here to see? And that was a question being asked. Guys, I thought about these. I'm a YouTube creator, whatever that means. I thought about, capturing a little short, getting the whole line. It would have been really cool. You guys probably would have liked it. But I didn't want to be that asshole, okay, that did that. I didn't want to be that guy. I know I did it for Nim and Phil. It was a small venue, small scene. It was like whatever. But besides, if I did, actually, here's the other reason why I didn't want to do it. Because because I'm lazy. I walked to the back of the line, right? By the time I got there, it was on the back side of the building. If I were to do that, to record that footage, I was like, man, I should have started from the beginning and did it then. I didn't realize how long the line was going to be. Okay? So, yeah, I'm a little lazy, and I wanted to hold my spot. I didn't want to give up my spot in the line. Okay? So, really, a little lazy and self-centered. No, I just didn't want to be that asshole. Okay? Pop on my phone and be like, hey, guys, for my YouTube channel, say hi. No. Like, all right, asshole. I just want to have a good time. And in the line, people were asking, and like, are you here for Deathklok or BABYMETAL? And it was kind of like the people that were there for Deathklok, they didn't really seem to know what BABYMETAL was or really care one way or the other, and kind of vice versa. Okay. However, I'll say when the show started, I saw no one leave. Okay, but then again, BABYMETAL played last. But and I saw the people who were wearing BABYMETAL shirts, headbanging and rocking to Deathklok. Okay, as they should, because I know nothing about Deathklok other than they're a cartoon band, but a cartoon band, I guess, put into life. I guess that's what's happening there. But Thunder Horse and some song about punching faces or something, pretty metal to me. But their show was actually pretty cool. I mean, their performance was great. I mean, their songs were pretty fucking metal. I mean, it's hard not to be metal when you're freaking Deathklok, and your whole vibe is metal, over the top metal. So I was like, it's cool. I mean, I liked it. What I gotta say. Anyway, this all relates to this. So I saw this post. Thought it was kind of interesting. That this is not a BABYMETAL tour, it's a BABYKLOK tour, and that's 100%. There's a lot of people, even on Reddit, I guess you're probably not going to be surprised by this, they're like, who are you here to see? Is it really BABYMETAL or Deathklok or whatever? And it's kind of like this. In fact, wait, there was another post. I saw this one on the same subreddit. Look at this. Leave after BABYMETAL or stay for Deathklok. I guess for those odd occasions where I guess BABYMETAL plays before Deathklok. I don't know if they're going to switch it up. They're co-headliners. I don't know if they switched it up or what. I don't know about that. But I find a post like this to be kind of an asshole. Okay, it's kind of like leave after BABYMETAL, stay after Deathklok. I mean, if you're there at the venue, and let's say BABYMETAL already played, right? Why not stay and enjoy the metal? Why not stay and enjoy it? I mean, you're there. You're there. I mean, unless they're playing music you don't like, but if you like metal, then you're probably gonna like it. Anyway, of course, most people kind of say, "I want to, respect the band. Let's stay there." Me, I was just like, dude, I'm there. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm getting my ticket worth out of this for one thing, and I'm here to enjoy some music, man. I don't have a bedtime. I don't have a curfew. I don't need to go home early. Anyway, but that's kind of me. I mean, when I was there at the show, of course I went by myself because I don't the friends I know, they're not into BABYMETAL. They're not going to go see it, and they work the next day. I mean, I do too, but whatever. I want to be like, yeah, I'll go in late or whatever. Be kind of tired the next day. But I kind of vibe with people. I just talk with people. I'll be like, hey, what are you here for? I did that. Obviously, easy opener question. And pretty cool experience. Really fun. Let's see. But let's get into that post real fast. So yeah, it says, I don't make this post to point fingers or start drama, but it seems relatively apparent that a decent number of people don't understand that this tour, or what this tour is. It is not a BABYMETAL tour with supporting acts. It's a co-headlining mutual show with Deathklok and Jason. Well, I mean, Jason might be a supporting act, but who's Jason? I don't know his last name, but that's important because he's part of this. Does someone in the chat know it? What's your verdict on Chibi Metal? I haven't seen a lot of Chibi Metal to know. I've seen some fan cams. I haven't reacted to it because the audio quality. I decided not to do it. I want it when I react to Chibi Metal for the first time. I want it to be like good quality. Okay. After I had reacted to like Chibi Metal, like with the warning, I've done some fan cam reactions, which I don't have a problem with because I've already heard how they sound and seen how they play and heard how they sound live. So I'm okay with some fan cams here and there because it's like, well, like I know like the fan cam audio it doesn't really show how they really sound. It's just kind of the importance is just seeing it. Long story short, I have seen Chibi Metal. I think it's pretty cool. I'm cool with it. Some people say it's more on the pop side. I can kind of get that, but I have no problem with that either. So I think it's pretty exciting though. There's going to be some expansion with the BABYMETAL universe. Quite cool actually. It's gonna be like it actually seems more like a J-pop group in that way because it's like a subunit. You have a BABYMETAL subunit now, which is insane. You know, you think about BABYMETAL started off as a subunit, and now it's like the master unit. Subunit. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's get through this. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I got into this because who's Jason? I don't know who Jason is, but he plays in the beginning. It's okay. It's good. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. There's just one dude who plays guitar, some drum machine. Anyway, again, I don't say this to boss people around. If BABYMETAL is the only reason you care about the show, that's totally fine. But that doesn't change what the show is. Having been lucky enough to be at the first show in Houston, it was very obvious that this presented an essential mini metal festival. It's not BABYMETAL being supported by Deathklok and Jason. It's much more of a complete 2.5 hour unified musical experience where BABYMETAL gets close out the experience, maybe even Deathklok on some nights, not sure. He goes on to say that the reason I say this is because those guys going to see BABYMETAL for the first time or who are assuming this is a typical BABYMETAL show, if you go into the show understanding that it actually is versus having an objectively incorrect expectation of what it is not, you will have a lot more fun. Yeah, I mean you're gonna see BABYMETAL for sure. You're also gonna see Deathklok, and the show's the only bad part about the show, and they're probably gonna have this in the other nights as well, is I mean there's obviously they have to break down the set and put the set up and do a quick little audio test, and there were no issues the night I saw them, so it was very smooth. Okay, unlike the time I saw Godric spin, there were some audio issues there. All right, let's get it here. But yeah, it's like you don't have to be a fan of Deathklok or Jason. You know, they're kind of part of it too. He says essentially it's a 40% Deathklok, 40% BABYMETAL, and 20% Jason show. So go to the show with that understanding. And that's kind of it. And I agree with that. I mean, that's kind of what you get though when you go to a concert. You know, you're gonna see different bands there, and sure, I mean, you could do whatever you want. You're a grown ass man, grown ass woman. If you want to leave, you saw what you wanted to see, sure, fine, whatever. My thing is, I didn't drive out to Houston, go through that traffic, get my parking spot, just for like 2 hours or whatever. I want the full experience. Give me the full freaking experience. Yeah. Anyway. I thought it was really cool, though. Let's see. Anything else before we get into the stuff? Oh, okay. Well, definitely show some of the highlights here. So this is from Dallas. This was last night. Actually, yeah, last night. Screenshots from the Dallas show. Of course, I wasn't there. I don't have that kind of money or that kind of time. Although if I did, I would definitely go to see him twice. That would be amazing. Cool pictures. I really like this outfit. It's very what color is that? I know it's like green. There's a little bit of yellow. There's some blue there. like a shimmering aura or something. Yeah, see, here's some pictures from Houston. Oh, the flag. Yeah, they played Road of Resistance. That was the closing song. I was actually kind of surprised by that a little bit, but then I wasn't at the same time because that's a good way to close the song. I mean, someone in the chat may know, someone who's seen Baby Metal quite a bit live. Is Road of Resistance like a staple? Is that a closing staple right there? It's really good. There weren't many songs from the other one. There weren't. I was actually kind of wondering, are they going to open with Metal Kingdom, or I wonder what they're going to open with. They opened with Baby Metal Death, which is very fitting for being paired with Deathklok. You know, Deathklok doesn't have any songs like Metal Kingdom. I mean, their stuff is more like, well, straight up freaking metal and death metal. So Baby Metal's not going to throw that as their first song, as their opening song. I mean, it's going to be like a sleeper. People are going to fall asleep to that. They will. I like Metal Kingdom, but that's, you don't start off with that after like Deathklok. Okay, after a bunch of death metal. Okay, you got to play a hard hitting song, and they played Baby Metal Death. It's great. It's freaking great, and they're there. Oh man, it's so cool. It's so cool. And right after Baby Metal Death, right after that song, a smooth transition to Gimme Chocolate. And man, when Gimme Chocolate played, I was surprised a little bit. Because I got to thinking to the various streams I've done on this channel and the subreddits and some people on Facebook, whatever, speculating, is Kawaii over? Are they losing their Kawaii touch because of like what we've seen, you know, from the other one? And the I guess the new Chibi Metal subunit had people wondering, well, I mean, what's the plan? Well, I mean, the plan is that they're still Baby Metal, guys. They're still Baby Metal, and that's a Baby Metal song. And can they still play it? 100% they can still play it. They sounded great. Sue, Moa, Momo, they sounded great. And they still had that high energy that you would expect for that song. Like, Moa and Momo were still, like, running around. Like, well, you know, kind of like how Yui did, or I guess in Momo's place. Like, they were running around, and they were very active, very energetic, and it was so well animated. And here's the other thing, too. Like, those three together, man, they look freaking happy. I'm sure we can find a screenshot of them smiling together. I think it's, which one is it? I've seen it. It's one in the Facebook group, Facebook post. If I can find it. Which will take me to something else I want to get to. Oh, okay, we'll talk about this in a little bit. Hold on. Let's see. If I can find it. By the way, some people are throwing this image around. I think this image is actually from 2018 or something. I don't think this image is right. Because it's only Sue and Moa. So something already tells me that's not right. Because I don't think Momo is going to be walking by herself. That's kind of weird. She's part of the unit. Why would she be walking by herself? So this image has been floating around. I saw it. I was like, that's not right. Oh, here it is. This right here. Like, look at this. They're smiling, happy. It's like it's bursting with like what's the word I'm looking for? I guess joy. That's a lot of thought for a 3-letter word right there. Enthusiasm. There you go. Ecstatic. Okay. Zealous. Okay, I'll stop. And you gotta admit, Momo's smile is kind of funny. It's funny. It's like I don't know. Oh man. All right. But it's cool to see. But this takes me to what I want to talk about real fast before I get into like my experience with all the songs really and breaking it down. As I didn't realize this, but they're playing like 48 shows for this tour. Okay, this isn't count. I counted every single one of these little shows that they plan on doing overseas. Okay, now you probably saw like the Deathklok, I guess image where it looks like they're playing like. You count this is like 29, 28. Yeah, that's like North America, which includes Canada. Hold on. My little one wants me to tuck her in, so I'll be doing that a little bit. I just want to say, wait. Hold on. Let me take care of that real fast because we're going to get into, guys, like, I'm going to ask you guys this. How do these girls do it? How do they maintain their energy? How are they going to maintain their energy for the whole duration of the tour? I don't understand. It baffles me. Okay? Just think about that. I'll be right back. Here's the... Oh. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see the dude with the Japanese names. I think you told me your name before. It'd be helpful if I knew your name, bro. If I remember it, actually. You had a question? Let's see. BABYMETAL Death came back as opening with Momo, but I also like the meme of it. Which do you prefer? You talk about like the opening versus like Metal Kingdom, like. I mean, Metal Kingdom works well for like a big arena, for like a big set that they were doing with the over there in Japan at that arena that they're playing at. But I think as a metal tour, I wouldn't start with Metal Kingdom, and I don't know. I don't think you can put Metal Kingdom anywhere else in the playlist. You either put Metal Kingdom as opener, or it's not on there at all. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Because if you wanted a slower song, like a ballad, they have so many other songs to choose from that are kind of more effective. Like Metal Kingdom is kind of like an intro track, kind of extended. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it. There's a cinematic quality to it. It even sounds very cinematic, like the way the drums are done. But if you're talking about like the meme of it, like with Momomo or without, I mean with, it'd be kind of cool if they brought back the that crucifixion thing that they did. that was a cool scene. That was a cool scene. I don't know how that would go with American audiences. You know, I would dig it. I mean, but whatever. Anyway, okay. So yeah, okay. These ladies, these girls, are playing 29 shows in North America. Okay, and there's not really a break in between any of them. I don't. Is this how it's normally done? Because it's like, when do these girls get to sleep? When do they sleep? On the bus? And they wake up the next day and they're ready to go? They're ready to rock and roll? Like, that is insane to me. With how much dancing that they do and the singing that they do, like, they have to tire. And not even just talking about just the girls, but the commie band too, because it's the same crew. So, I mean, okay. So, they just played Dallas. Tomorrow, they're going from Dallas to Orlando, Florida. Okay. And then from there, they're going to go to Atlanta, like the next day, to play on a Sunday. They don't even get Sunday off. They don't get Sunday off. Nope. You're playing on... And they do get Monday off, probably for travel. Okay. All right. That might be it. Because they're going from Atlanta to Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. And then, I mean, they're playing shows back to back. Back to back. That is crazy. I guess that's how it's always done, right? How it's usually done. To me, I couldn't imagine that. Like being on a bus like that and living on the road like that, eating. I don't know. I guess they have their meals planned for them, but I don't know what the hell. You know, are they eating fast food? They're eating they're eating shit. Like they're eating that fast food crap. Just, man, eating on the road. I mean, that's a good way to get some have some problems. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna spend some time on the toilet, man. I don't know. It just seems like you. So what I'm saying, for those who see them live, definitely put that in consideration of the amount of stress and wear that they go through just to travel alone, just to go to your little town, your little city, to put on the show for you. So, and when I say that, I'm thinking of this Reddit post I saw this morning, actually, about this guy. He got a ticket for like $80, and he said he didn't want to see BABYMETAL because he heard the set list was only like 11 tracks. Now, I can't find that post anymore on the subreddit. I think maybe I embarrassed him by shining a light on it. But I was like, "Are you insane? This is the dumbest thing I think I've heard. Like, you spent $80 on a ticket to see BABYMETAL, but because the BABYMETAL set list is not to your standards, not as long as you want it, you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to do it. I want to refund or sell my ticket." So you're judging based on the side by the number of on the set list. Look at that. 11's not enough for you? You need 12? Okay. But, yeah, I'm just like, why? You could see them. And other people have chimed in too, that normally when BABYMETAL plays live, they play about like an hour or so. You know, they're not doing 2-hour shows, but I've seen BABYMETAL live streams, and it's like about an hour or so. It's about a little bit over. Okay, sometimes. So I don't know what the guy was thinking, other than he wasn't. I don't think his brain was working that day. 28 shows in 42 days. I think still a good number of days off, but hectic for sure. I mean, it's a lot. 42 days. I mean, I don't know. I look at the dates. I'm like, man, it seems like a lot. Wait, like the day off. Is it plenty of days off? Let's look at this real fast. Not that one. Let's see. Let's count the number of days days off. I'm just like, because okay, September 2nd, 3rd. Okay, the 4th is off. 7th is off. But you're back on 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th is off. 12th, or yeah. It's like they play what, two. They play 2 shows and off. 2 shows and off. Okay. All right. They take off every 2 shows, looks like. Okay. All right. I guess that's fair. I guess so they get they get a day to rest. Man. I'm just fat and unhealthy. I could imagine. Shit, man. Just headbanging along. Oh, especially when Headbanger came on. Oh, man. I was like really into it. I was like, man, I'm going to break my freaking neck here. Oh, man, it was so cool. It was so cool. But yeah, okay, so let's get into this real fast. Let's get into the, what it was like a little bit more, and just get into more detail as far as like the songs and all that. All right, so obviously, and let's start back from the beginning. Obviously, I saw him live in Houston, right? Okay, and I already talked about the line. I already talked about all that stuff. When it starts off, right after Deathklok, which, by the way, through Deathklok, people were enjoying it. Even BABYMETAL fans were enjoying it. There was this couple next to me. The dude was a BABYMETAL fan. I'm assuming his wife, maybe girlfriend. I'm not definitely a partner for sure, because I mean they were all over each other and all that stuff. She was a Deathklok fan. They didn't really know much about BABYMETAL, but they were both into the show. This girl next to me, she was really into BABYMETAL. She was enjoying Deathklok. She was enjoying it, but she was like, I'm really here for BABYMETAL. Which, by the way, I ended up buying that girl a water. I don't really buy strange, random girls a water or anything, but there was one point during the show where she tapped someone in front of her, it did not look like they were together, friends or whatever. This girl kind of had a I'm by myself kind of low. Let me describe the vibe. Parks and Rec. I don't know the actress's name. Oh, Aubrey something. I don't know. Man, how am I going to make that reference? The girl seemed like a very introvert, okay, and kind of had like that resting bitch face, sort of. Just those vibes. But I pick up on that stuff, and I'm like, okay. But she was kind of gesturing to the person in front of her, and motioned for a liquid death, like those canned waters that was on the floor and had spilt. And I saw that, I was like, and she looked at it, she was like gonna take a sip out of it, like there was nothing in the can. It's like, are you gonna drink that? Like, do you want a water? She's like, a water? I mean, yeah. I was like, I'll get you a freak. I'll go get you a water right now. Like, well, what are you doing? You don't drink floor water. Don't drink that floor water. What are you talking about? But that can had spilt out on the floor. I don't know what was going on there. So yeah. Anyway, but she was enjoying it. People were enjoying it. The show starts off. There's the coffin intro, but the BABYMETAL universe, and like the whole thing. Okay, if you're into the whole lore of it. Right from that, it gets into BABYMETAL Death, which is a good segue because BABYMETAL Death already was built to have that cool like intro. I can't really quote verbatim and describe exactly how that intro was, but if you've been a BABYMETAL fan for this long, you know what I'm talking about. Like BABYMETAL, when played live, would have like this elaborate sort of intro thing on the screen, and and all this stuff, and then they'll just kind of like get into it. It's very kind of theatrical, like and here the comedy band showed up on the stage first, and they're playing, and then the girls get on there, and it's all hype. The whole venue was excited, man. It was awesome. And then when Gimme Chocolate came, oh man. Oh, well, I asked for one thing. Of course, this is gonna be a thing with a lot of songs. During Baby Metal Death, Sue, Moa, and Momoko were very bouncy, man. Like it was very lively, and they would run up to the front, give people fist bumps, wave at people, motion for people to get more excited in case they weren't. Like, wake up, come on. They didn't really have to do that. People were already awake. But the Gimme Chocolate, man, Gimme Chocolate was good. I already talked about that one quite a bit. That's a fan favorite, I have to say. Now, some people say they may be tired of it. It comes on live. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it, okay? And then they go from Gimme Chocolate to Papa Ya, which is like, okay, some people don't like Papa Ya. Some people just do not like it. But I like that song. I don't know if you like it. You let me know if you like it or not. But I was thinking, man, there's no way. Because when you hear it live, you don't just hear it. You feel it. That's the cool thing about live music. You don't just hear it. You feel it. You feel that bass. There's an element in that song and how that song is supposed to be enjoyed. And it's you feeling it. And when that happens, like Papa Ya is about you dancing. It's about you moving. Now, of course, don't kid yourself. I wasn't like bouncing around up there, okay? But I was enjoying it, okay? It was good. It was freaking good. I was having a good time. And of course, I mean, it's fun. I was thinking, you hear it live, you're not gonna be like, oh man, why are they playing this song? Why this song? And be like a Debbie Downer there. Imagine that. Imagine sitting through a Baby Metal concert and being like all pouty face during Papa Ya, or like, that's weird. Like, just get over it, dude. If you don't like it, okay, and that's kind of weird. All right, just enjoy the moment, man. Let's see. Oh, and then they go from Papa Ya to Distortion. Now, that was cool. Now, I'm actually surprised Distortion wasn't sooner. Like maybe right after Baby Metal. But I think it was a good place for it because you have your death metal song, then you have your Kwai song, then you have your party summer song, then you go back to the death metal, and then you go from the death metal to rap, like BMC. Oh, and I was very curious about the crowd reaction. I did record this. I might upload it, maybe not. The quality's rough. But what you see is this one girl's kind of standing kind of in front of me. She was really into BMC. She was really into it. Man. She was like I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it, but she was really dancing into it. Like standing up out of her. She had one of those tables, so she was like standing up and having a good time. Then you had Maya. And they're in the setup for it. That's the one where, like, I didn't even know they were playing Maya. I didn't even recognize that intro because it's not how the song begins. It's like when you hear Maya, right away it starts with a hard, heavy riff, right? But this, it's like it starts. There's like a pulsating bass line beneath everything in that song that you may not even hear or really pick up on if you listen to it like without like his proper headphones or whatever you need, because I never really noticed it, but you notice it there, okay, and you feel it, and it feels amazing. I was like, what is going on here? What is this song? Let's see, the Monochrome, man. Okay, so there's this other Reddit post I saw. It all relates. Everything relates, okay? This thing right here. Have you ever sung Baby Metal songs in the shower? Well, I mean, sometimes I hum Monochrome, like that melody. I'll definitely do that for sure. Because it's such a catchy melody. It's I describe it as very bright. It's just nice, man. I don't know, man. It's cool. It's really cool. But as you probably have seen with various other live shows, there's a moment in monochrome where Sue tells everyone to turn on their phones. Of course, they do that there, which is very cool. I was curious if they're going to do that as they did in the larger venues, and they do that. So that was very cool, and people did. Everyone did. I was being the asshole, and I was trying to record everyone do it, and then I was like, okay, I'll turn on my light. Okay, Queen Sue, here's your light. And it was cool. Let's see. In Metal E. Now I'll say, so monochrome is more like a somber work. The energy of monochrome was okay. It wasn't as intense as, like I'm saying, the energy from the crowd. It wasn't as intense and exciting as, let's say, BMC or let's say maybe Papaya. But when Metal E came on, oh man, it was great. Like everyone was vibing with that song. Okay, the energy was intense. It was just cranked up to 11. Really good, really good. There was a part where like Sue was telling everybody to sit down, and Momo would do her part. Now, I'm not so sure if she was singing that part or if it was a voiceover. I couldn't really tell. It looked like she was in the front. It looked like she was going through the motions, but I wasn't so sure if she was singing that part or not. So I don't know. But there was a growl thing at the end. It was kind of, if you know what I'm talking about, if you ever heard, there was like this clip of Metal E having been played live, and people were surprised that there was like this growl in the middle part. Well, there was that element to it as well. So really cool, but high energy song, and Ambassador are a very important part of this. The Common Band had their intros for that. Oh man, and the intros were pretty cool. Like if you know what I'm talking about, or various members of the band, all the members actually, will play a little thing and kind of like just that, be cool doing it. So they did that. Really fun. It's good to see them do that. And then let's see. Oh, of course, we have Megasune. That was really good. But as good as Megasune was. Actually, when they were about to play that song, I was talking to a guy next to me. I was asking him, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite BABYMETAL song? He's like, I don't really know. I listen to a lot of them. They kind of like they kind of blend together. It's like, well, how long have you been listening to BABYMETAL? He's like, for like maybe like 6 years now. So okay. And right when the Megasune sort of like intro started for the song, I was like, oh, that's Megasune. That's my favorite. That's my favorite right there. And he's like, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, man, it was so good. So good. Then you had Headbanger, which everyone fell asleep for. No, of course not. Are you kidding me? Headbanger lives up to its name. That's one where I was thinking I was going to break my neck with that one. And then it closes with Road of Resistance. Now, I'm just going through this set list kind of fast. And all these songs, the girls are very involved with the crowd, okay? Very much high energy, happily dancing, happily putting on a show, waving with the audience, gesturing to the audience, interacting with them. There were returned little love symbols and things like that. Very cool. The people in the crowd, especially in the front, they felt like they... I would imagine that they felt like those girls had a connection, that they had that personal moment. You know what I'm saying? Like like they understood each other. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but there was a nice return, a nice flow of energy there. Now I feel like I'm speaking crazy now. Flow of energy. What is this guy even talking about? Is he drunk? No, this is one beer. One beer. I'm just trying to describe that moment, you know, when you're in the front row. You've been wanting to see these girls for a while. You're there. You're happy to see them, and you're showing that you're happy to see them, and they're returning that too. It's so cool. What else? That's kind of it. I mean, Road of Resistance was a great closer. When Road of Resistance ended, I was like, man, I really got to take a piss. So I went to go take a piss, hoping to hear an encore or something. Like I didn't want it to happen because I didn't want to miss it. But I was like, man, you know, I hope something happens. No encore. No encore. It is 11 songs. They're done with 11 songs, and it's time. It's time to go to the next show because they got a lot of shows to do. All right. So, but it was very, very cool to see him. I had a great time. High energy. Wasn't even tired the next day. Got very little sleep that night, and the energy that those girls had, I think it washed on me or whatever because it was great. So I need more of that. Let's see. That's kind of it about that experience there. No, I was actually hoping to get someone who is a BABYMETAL fan, or no, I went to one of these shows, or talk about it. Not sure if I did reach out because people are busy or going to live shows to see them. So maybe it'd be cool to do a live stream, talking to other BABYMETAL fans, really get into how they discovered BABYMETAL and their journey through the various songs, or just talk to them about it. I think it'd be really cool to do. If they shared I guess the band with anyone, if they have some favorite songs or meaningful songs, things like that. I think that would be really cool. Be really cool to do. And Jimmy said, yeah, the set list is definitely not short by their center. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Big Japan shows have only ever been about 13 songs. Yeah, true. Yeah. So it is about the same amount of time. It just feels shorter because time goes by so fast when you're like that excited. When you like during the Deathklok one, because I'm not a Deathklok fan, though I did enjoy the music. And you know what? Actually, I'm actually curious about that movie now. There's a Deathklok movie coming out or out already. I have no idea. It sold me to that band. Like the band sounds cool, and I never really watched the cartoon. I've seen images of it, right? And I'm like, okay, well, it's just like over the top metal stuff. Seems like something I would like. I just never really got around to watching like Adult Swim stuff. Not really. So, what was the point of all that? I was saying that. Honestly, I forgot. I forgot that point. Shit, man. That they were there, that they were playing with too, and let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'll be seeing them in Phoenix. Well, man, hey, you have some time to wait. Hopefully, those girls are not tired. Hopefully, they've rested up and they put on a really good show. I think they will. They're going to many places, so it'll be really cool. Let's see. Cosmo and Luigi says, "Sup? What's up, man? What's up?" Kind of towards the end here, but yeah, man, it was great talking about this this experience, seeing BABYMETAL live for the first time. It was really fun. I hope to do it again. I got tickets to see Hanabia live in Houston. Gonna be doing that. Well, I mean, you know when they play. It'll be on the 18th. Should be pretty cool. Excited to see it. But you know, with these bands touring now, I'm gonna be losing money. They're gonna give me for everything I got, which is a-okay with me. Oh, that's one thing about that concert, and that's more of like a me thing. It has nothing to do with BABYMETAL or Deathklok. Guess how much a fucking beer was at that venue? Okay, a beer. Like, when they told me the price, I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. So there was like a tall boy of, what do you call it? Crawford Bach. All right. I was like, I'll take the tall boy of Crawford Bach. And he's like, all right. It's $17. Like, $17? I mean, I know it's a tall boy. It's 25 ounces, but it was $17. I was expecting maybe like 10 or maybe 11 or something. Like, man. Okay. Do you have any cheap beer? You got any Lone Star? He's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. You got anything on draft? No. Like, okay. What's the cheapest option? It's like, well, actually, that guy was like, well, I mean, for a couple dollars, we have a special for a couple dollars more, you can get a shot. Or for $13, you can get a Bud Light. It's like, I'll tell you what. I'll pay the extra dollars. Gave me the Crawford Bach. Gave me a shot of Jameson, and fuck. Because I realized what sort of night it was going to be as far as the wallet goes. It was going to be, it's going to be a total shit show. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just chug that shot of Jameson, drink that beer, be like, all right, man. I already know. That way, any other visits to the bar will be painless because no concern. Be like, fuck it. Maybe I should just drink water so I don't have to worry about it. Well, with that said, man, it was cool talking with you guys. I mean, does anyone want to hop on? Does anyone have a Discord? And want to join Discord to talk about BABYMETAL? I will put that out there. I did audio check. I think it should work. This awkward silence is just me waiting for the chat to catch up. Waiting. Well, I guess that is a no. So, well, either way, I'm excited for you, Jimmy. You're going to see him in Phoenix. You're going to have a good night, man. And Cosmo Luigi, I'm sure you've seen them or going to see them. So, all right. That said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.